today we're going to do the stress busting massage. I'm Enrique from Face to Face NYC Day Spa, and this is Tanya. Tanya, we're going to do the stress busting massage today. It's going to help you de-stress, relax, and just bring your whole body to a balance. You ready?
Great. Yeah, excited.
The purpose of this massage is to help Tanya, as well as other people who live in large cities, reduce some of the stress that is accumulated living in fast-paced lifestyles as of New York, just like New York City. We need to get Tanya to relax a little bit, so we're going to be using the oil that has lavender in it. This is a massage cream, and I mix in the oil, whether again it's the relaxing, the detoxifying, or the energizing oil. I put maybe like 4 or 5 drops in with the massage cream. The massage cream is very hydrating. It has aloe, it has vitamins in it, so it's really good for your skin. How does that feel, Tanya?
Amazing.
The most common area where people hold their stress is always the shoulder and the neck area. A lot of the technique here that I'm doing is just basically to lengthen the muscle. Sometimes with the stress, it tightens up. So the goal is to lengthen it, bringing it back to its normal state. It's composed of large muscles and small muscles. So it's important that we really get in there and work on every single muscle that's in there. Sometimes we have to apply some form of pressure to really get into the deeper layers, and that's where the deep tissue massage comes in. Sometimes you do need to put a little bit more pressure to really get in there, so deep tissue is a little important. Some people don't like that, but it is important to really get into the deeper layers. The lower back is also a very common area that a lot of my clients complain about. A lot of times, many of these people are sitting at a desk in front of the computer all day long, and they create bad posture. They're just not slouching. They're just not sitting in the right form. So this area is affected as well if you don't have a good, a comfortable chair or a pillow to support your lower back. The goal with massage again is to lengthen the muscle and bringing it back to its normal state, as well as detoxifying, as we were talking about earlier, to remove any toxins or lactic acid, anything that sits in the muscle. We want to remove it and bring fresh blood into the area to help relax and heal. Getting a massage on a regular basis, not just when they're starting to feel the stress build up. You know, once a month, every 2 weeks. It depends on your budget and your time, but I always recommend people to get one at least once a month if they can come to me or see another massage therapist. At least get one at least once a month, just as a maintenance. It's part of a healthy lifestyle. It's not anything luxurious. It's like going to the dentist or seeing your doctor for a complete physical once a year. This is what massage is all about now. It's about making it part of a healthy lifestyle. Okay, so we do the neck area. You can do this at home as well. Watching TV, you can just kind of gently massage the neck area. This area is also good if you have any tension or headaches or migraines. You can certainly massage this yourself at home. With the stress busting massage, I like to combine a lot of the Eastern modalities, a lot of acupressure points from shiatsu. That also, the same goal again, the same intention is to bring the body to a balance. Work the shoulder area, the rotator cuff. This is again, these are small muscles, so they can get injured very easily, especially if you're an athlete, or some women like to carry heavy bags. So we want to spend some time working here. A little stretching. We want to open up the joints. I like the stretch. It opens up her chest. And now that we've done with the back, we're moving down to the leg. And in In some women, we will, a lot of times we decide to use a detoxifying oil. And the reason why is because a lot of times women accumulate fluid in the thigh area, and that's where the cellulite comes in, and these are some of the concerns that women have more so than men. So a lot of times we'll use the detoxifying oil to really drain any excess water or fluid that has been accumulated in the thigh area. On the foot, different points correspond to the rest of her body. I normally focus on the back, which is right along the side of her foot, and in the big toe. That one corresponds with neck tension, headaches, and so I usually just work the point work. How does that feel? Okay. All along the foot, that's what corresponds to the back. So we're not just actually working on her back, but we're also doing it from the reflexology point work. So as you can see, I combine the Western and Eastern modalities with this massage. The side of the foot, for women as well, is it helps with menstrual cramps. A lot of women have that monthly friend that they have, and they feel discomfort on their stomach. So the side of the foot is a really good place to massage and help to ease the pain. Again, stretching, you can do this at home as well, or at the gym, or at work, wherever you are. Stretching, you don't need anything except just a few minutes of your time, and you can do a lot of stretching. Okay, so now we have Tanya facing up. We finished with her back, the back of her legs. Now we're gonna do the front. Again, we'll start with the leg, then we'll move on to her arm, and then do a little bit of the décolletage area. And with my cream. So Tanya has a little bit of dry skin. Well, the massage, like I mentioned before, the massage cream hydrates the skin. So again, you're getting a massage and a moisturizing treatment, especially now that we're going into the cold, dry months. A lot of people love getting a foot massage. This is another area that I spend quite a amount of time during the massage. This massage is 90 minutes, by the way. That gives us plenty of time to work on her back, her shoulders, and her feet. Now that she's facing up, I want to put, as I mentioned before, we had the massage cream mixed with the oil, with the essential oils mixed in together. In this case, in her décolletage area, I want to put the pure oil and massage it gently on her upper chest. This way she inhales the oil and she gets the better, absorbs the pure benefit of the essential oil. I always ask the clients if they want me to massage their scalp or not. In some cases, like men, they suffer from hair loss. So this is good to massage the scalp because it brings, again, nutrients to the scalp. It helps to strengthen the hair, and the goal is to hopefully make the hair loss less. And that's the end of the stress busting massage. I'm Enrique from Face to Face NYC Day Spa, and this is my lovely friend Tanya.
Hi, we're doing a bright liner today. My name is Angelique Velez. I'm a makeup artist here in New York City. I'm with Quinteria Q, an aspiring model, and we're here at the Fashion Group International in New York City. So I'm just gonna spray her here. Just close your eyes with some Fix Plus spray from MAC. So I'm just simply prepping her skin with some moisturizer. It's very important to prep your skin first. The makeup will last a lot longer that way. Some eye cream as well, take care of that eye area. Then we're just putting some lip balm. I like Vaseline, oldie but goodie. So I'm actually gonna start off with an eye base on Quinteria's eyes. The eye base is water resistant and crease resistant, so it's gonna keep that product on. I'm starting with a nice neutral color, something pretty plain. so I could build up color on it. So this product you put all over the lid itself. And that's what's gonna keep all those shadows on. And I'm actually starting with her eyes first, since we're going a little bit bright with the eye area. Just in case we get any fallout, I wanna make sure to take care of that. So I'm going in with a very neutral shadow color, kind of in this palette right here, to keep it pretty simple and to set the eye base in. And I'm actually gonna go right in with my bold color. I'm gonna use a teal on her, and I'm gonna concentrate the liner on the bottom of her lashes, which is really gonna make her eyes pop. If you open your eyes really fast, you can tell she has really great almond-shaped eyes. So I'm gonna concentrate the color right on the bottom just to make them come out even more. So this teal color right here is what I'm gonna choose from, and it's actually a shadow, but I'm using an angled brush to put it on like a liner. So just look up for me. So I'm starting right at her lower lash line, drawing a line. Do the same on the other side. And the more color you put, the bolder it's gonna get. And we really want it bold. Just look straight really fast. Then I'm actually gonna extend this line a little bit. So I'm gonna have her look straight, and I'm gonna flick it upwards. So if you do kind of a little flick right past her lower lash line, just turn your head that way. You can see that you'll get that kind of angle that you want, almost like a winged liner, but on the bottom. It's very soft. I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. Angle brushes work best for this. And just look straight ahead. Now you just wanna even out the two. To make her eyes pop even more, I'm going to take a white eyeliner, and I'm actually gonna put this in the membrane or the waterline of her lower lash line, which is right on the bottom there. And I'm gonna get it right in the membrane, and be very careful not to have the white touch the teal. Look up and over the other way. You can see that that really makes her eyes pop a lot. All right, so I really want the focus to be on the bottom of the lashes, but I am gonna pop a little bit of color in her upper lash line, just to kind of trace over that area a little bit. So I'm gonna have her look down, and I'm gonna kind of shimmy in this black liner, and I'll kind of show you what that looks like. It's just a regular black liner. Once again, it's very, very creamy. It has a kohl consistency, and I'm popping it right in the upper lash line. Very gently. And down one more time. And this kind of just intensifies the look a little bit. Straight again. You can see the difference between the two eyes there. So I'm gonna follow this up with a lot of mascara. She has beautifully curled lashes, so I'm not gonna curl them. I'm just gonna go straight with the mascara. So just look down for me and take my time with it. Since there's not a lot going on the upper lid, I definitely want her to have a good coat of mascara. And then look straight ahead. Get her bottom lashes just a little bit. All right, so I'm gonna continue on with the rest of her face. So I'm gonna apply some primer on her. So the primer is going to make her foundation and concealer stay on longer, all day long. And a little bit goes a very long way with this product. Okay, I'm gonna go with a little bit of foundation. She has really, really great skin, so I just wanted to shine a little bit more and kind of even out her skin tone a little bit. So I'm using a buffing brush. So it's kind of like it's actually synthetic. I would say it's a combination brush, but you can use it in a buffing motion. So I'm going in a circular kind of motion back and forth, which is really going to make the foundation shine, if you see that. So it gives her that nice dewy finish. Okay. You see that? Nice and dewy. I'm going to go in with a little bit of concealer. Once again, she does not need that much. So I kind of have a concealer palette right here. I'm using a creamy consistency. You want to be very careful not to touch the liner that you just put on there too. Your ring finger always has the softest touch. So I like to use that to dab right underneath the eyes. I'm going to move along to her brows. So I'm going to brush them up and over to see what their ideal shape is. So I want to follow her brow. And remember, brows are sisters, not twins, so they shouldn't be identical. So I'm going to take my brow palette, and for her I'm actually going to go with the darkest color I have here. Never black, it's just a very dark brown. And I'm going to start off at the arch, just to kind of blend in a little bit of color there. So I'm starting off at the arch here again. And just filling in any spaces that she has. And it's a nice feathering motion. I want to get the product on her hair, not her skin. And I extend it out just a tad to give her a tail. I'm actually going to follow that with a little bit of brow pencil as well. This will just make it a tiny bit more dramatic, but more defined. So I defined it more on the tail area. And a little bit more in here too. So now moving along to blush. I'm going to use a really bright, bold, kind of baby pink color with a little bit of shimmer, just to complement that teal that she has in her eye area. So I'm going to have her smile, and I really want to get in the apples of her cheeks. So if you see right here when she smiles, her apple is right there. So that's where I'm going to place the blush. I love a small brush for this. And you could keep building it up the more intense you want to go. So as far as her lips, I want to keep it rather neutral. I'm going to start off with a liner, and this particular one is actually waterproof, so it's going to make her lip product stay on. And I'm going to follow it up with a simple gloss. So it's going to keep it very, very sheer, but long lasting. So with the liner, you don't have to be precise at all. You just want to get a nice coat. So I'm going to start off in the middle of her lips and just draw right on. It's a nice rosy color. Very neutral to almost match her natural lip. And then I'm going to take another kind of mauve color. You see it on my hand there. And I'm going to use my ring finger once again to actually tap it into her lip. And this is going to create a stain. I really want the focus to stay on the eye area, so I don't want to take away from that. So that's why I'm keeping the lip pretty flesh tone, just a little bright. And then to set everything in, I'm just going to take a dark pressed powder, kind of tap and roll with my brush. And down her face too. I just want to add a little bit of highlight onto her skin. So if you see this product, it has a little bit of pearlescent kind of finish to it. It's a great highlight, has a little bit of shimmer. So I'm going to add this into places that I want to put more of a focus on. So if you see kind of in the inner corners of her eyes, that's one area. I want the light to reflect right in there. And a little bit on her cheekbone area and the bow of her lip. You see that kind of makes it glow. Very pretty, very nice glow. And that's the end of it. So once again, this is the bright liner. So the focus really is on the lower lash line. As you can see, the teal, and it's extended upwards from the lower lash line. So that's really where the focus is. The rest of the makeup is very light and fresh. Bright pink cheeks, a little bit of a flesh tone lip, and a lot of mascara. The bright liner on Quinteria, our model, and I want to give a thank you to Fashion Group International. Thank you so much.
Now we are doing a hot lavender cream manicure. I'm Donna from Sweet Lily Natural Nail Spa, and I'm here with Malia, actress, model, and writer. We are going to start with your hot lavender cream manicure with Lily here and a hot lavender cream soap. So if you're ready, you can have a seat. So the first thing that you want to do is to remove any excess nail polish And now Lily is filing her nail. The best way to file your nails, specifically fingernails, are more susceptible to splitting, is to use the file in one direction. If you file back and forth, what happens is you sort of tend to use it in the way similar to a saw, where the nail will fray. If you file in one direction, it files the nail down gently and smooths out the surface as opposed to splitting the nail apart. And the nail file that Lily is using today is also by Diamond Cell, a brand from Canada. They are one of the top brands. It is made from diamond dust as opposed to a sandpaper grit of the traditional paper files, and it can also be sterilized, which is why we use it here at Sweet Lily. And now we have her soaking her hand in a warm lavender lotion. So it is just pure lavender oil in an organic lotion base, soaking the fingertips to soften the cuticles in a natural way. And now she's using the buffer to smooth out the surface, the top surface of the nail. Right now, Lily is gently pushing back the cuticle. You always want to gently push back the cuticle without too much force. Your nail actually grows out from that cuticle end, and the more pressure that you use, the more ridges that you'll see upon the nail's growth. And now you can see Lily's just using the nipper to trim down any stray pieces of skin that might be around her nail, but not really to use it in the instance of, say, a scissor where she's cutting down the cuticle. Malia has very, very beautiful hands, and she has short nails. I personally am partial to short groomed nails. There are some trends out there where long nails with sort of a half-moon manicure is becoming very popular, but to me the classic short, clean nail serves all purposes. It looks very feminine, it works well in any workplace, but certainly if you can keep long nails and you can grow them out, then one of the trends is to let them grow out a little bit longer. And you can try the half moon manicure, which is a polish at the base and then polish at the top, a little bit different than the French manicure. Now what Lily is going to do is use our lavender sugar exfoliant. It is a blend of sugar, oil, and pure lavender essential oil. We massage it gently in to help exfoliate any of the dry skin on the top of the hand and the knuckles and sort of between the fingers, all those places that we neglect during the week. And then we take a warm towel and wrap the hand, which allows the pure oils to sort of have a chance to absorb a little bit into the skin and just is really, really relaxing. And you can see Lily massaging it into the knuckles to help exfoliate those dry patches. And lavender oil itself is very relaxing, of an essential oil. And not only is it fragrant from an aromatherapy sense, but it also gets absorbed into the skin. So now we're using the warm towels to gently remove any of the excess sugar. The oil itself is a good thing. It gets absorbed into the skin, it helps to moisturize the skin, but we have to remove that little bit of sugar. And now Lily is using a lavender lotion for the massage. It is an organic lotion. Our philosophy at Sweet Lily is to avoid as many petrochemicals and fragrances that are man-made as opposed to something that's found in nature. So anywhere we can replace a man-made product, we try to implement something natural. You always want to get the oil off of your nail before you apply polish. If you don't, what will happen is your polish will lift and peel very quickly if there's any oil residue on your finger. Here she's just using an orange stick, a metal orange stick, to further clean the nail in the grooves that are a little bit hard to reach. Now Lily is applying a base coat. A base coat is very important to use. Sometimes people, when they do their own nails at home, they skip this step, but it really protects the nail from getting a stain. If you use a vibrant color, sometimes that color can bleed through onto the nail. It also helps the polish adhere better. So it's very important to always use a good base coat. Now it's time to choose your color. We've narrowed it down to blue.
Choose this one.
Okay, that's called Robin. It's a beautiful color. The color that Malia chose is a very deep blue. That particular color and any of those deep colors are a little bit tricky when it comes to polish application. They're a little less forgiving. So you definitely need to work with a steady hand and also start from one side of the nail and move over to the other side of the nail in your polish application. The first coat should always be a little bit thinner, and then the second coat is more as for touch-ups. Now she is applying the top coat. We particularly use a quick dry top coat in an effort to avoid the aerosol sprays and the blowers that most salons offer. Quick dry top coats can harden the polish in anywhere to 5 to 10 minutes. Certainly you can leave immediately after your service. Just don't go digging into your purse is what we tell people. Now we're done with the process of our hot lavender cream manicure. My name is Donna from Sweet Lily Natural Nail Spa, and I want to thank Malia and Lily for joining me today.